Hey guys, I'm back. Sri Lanka Sammy, just sitting in the front yard on a Sunday late afternoon. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me just show you. This is my parents' front yard, and it's walled for security and privacy and everything. But I just sit here and all I get to see is the sky. I mean, just that. So I'm just relaxing here, just chilling out. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to take advantage of the system, how to automate your life. What does that mean? What am I talking about when I say that? How to work smarter. How's the beard coming in? It's looking good. I think it's looking good. Feels good. So, how to automate your life, how to automate your job, and how to take advantage of the system. So, what do I mean by that? Well, since COVID happened, everything has gone online. Okay? Everything has become digital, everything has become internet, etc. So, I have taken it to the next step. So, what I've done is I've actually um, been able to automate the things that I require to make money. So, for example, I do HR. So, I recruit for a company that requires teachers for part time work. So, what I've done is, I've put the posts in Facebook groups, on Craigslist, and other sources to try to find teachers. Now, when those emails come in, there's an automated response in my email folder. So when an email comes in, there's an automatic response. So what happens is it bounces right back to the person asking to make sure that they thank you for emailing me. I've received your information. Just an FYI, did you indicate your city, subway, hours of availability, visa status, and your vaccination status? Those are the things that are really important to me. Now, those of you who follow my channel will see a video I did a while ago about how to write a resume for Korean recruiters for Korean jobs. So a lot of the emails I get are questions about the job or whatever, and I don't have time to answer 100 questions. If you didn't read the post, then it's, like, oh, is there a job available in Daegu? No, because I didn't post it in the Daegu group. I posted it in the Seoul group. Okay? I don't have time to answer 100 million questions because you have to remember, I'm getting hundreds of resumes every single day. I know it's cold and callous and not the right way, but you have to realize I'm maximizing my time. My time is worth a lot of money. And if I'm spending all day um, answering questions that, aren't going to help me make money, then I'm sorry. You gotta draw the line somewhere. So that's how I do that part. So now the email bounces back to them. They reply back. The second time it comes in, it goes because of the subject field. It says re or forward. I can't remember. So I have it set up that when there's a second bounce back, or they answer the email, they reply, it has a forward or reply or something like that. That one goes into another email folder. That is the one I look at. I don't look at original emails. I look at follow-up emails. That I never even see the originals. There is a folder, and I know there's email in there because the notification pops up with the number. And if I post in 4 or 5 Facebook groups, I will get in 24 hours 100 resumes. 99, 98, 90, 95 to 98 of them, no good. So if it takes me a minute to look at each one, that's an hour and a half of my time. It doesn't take a minute to look at each one. It takes a lot longer than that. So that's why I don't spend a lot of time looking at resumes. So if you send me a resume and it's not following, what I'm doing, that's why I'm not replying. So I look at the second list of resumes. So those are the ones that, they've taken the time to read, they've taken the time to apply, they've taken the time to follow up. Those are the ones that are worth it. So that's how I've automated those, because I get paid per resume, qualified resume, per interview, per hired person. So the less time I spend finding people, the more money I make per hour. When you look at, even though I'm not paid per hour, how much time I invest, right? So that's how I automate that part of my life. The second part I automate is, not taking advantage of the system, but making the system work for you, is when it comes to jobs. So like I've spoken about before, I'm teaching online. So I make sure that each one of my classes has a designated makeup time. So I have one class, it's Monday and Wednesdays. They work from, I teach them from 8 a.m. till 12, Monday and Wednesday. 30 minutes, 8 people. Now, which means that, 2 or 3 of them will have a business meeting or can't make it or what have you. So I'm just sitting there for 30 minutes. Now, I get paid, but I need to sometimes make a makeup class if they've canceled in advance. If they've canceled in advance, I don't get paid. So I have to do a makeup class. Now, 30 minutes, it's not that big of a deal. Sorry, fly here. It's not that big of a deal because I haven't traveled anywhere. I'm just sitting in front of my house, in front of my computer at my house. And it's not that big of a deal, but I want to make that money. So I will automatically, I have a pre-designated script that I send out to them. Oh, you missed your Monday's class? Here are my times available on Tuesday, Thursday. Let's make a makeup class. 99% of the time, they go for the makeup class. So I get paid my full pay all the time. Maybe I'm out half an hour or an hour. Big deal. That's when I take a break. Or during that 30 minutes, I'll write my reports and make sure I fill in the attendance sheet. Those are the things that I got to do after the class. But if I have 30 minutes in between 2 classes, I do it then. Or prepare for my next class, or set my alarm for the next day, or make sure I know what my schedule is. The things that I would do after the class, I use that time wisely. So the other thing is that the company I'm using, I'm not going to get into details about the company because I don't want you getting the job. But anyway, the company I'm using has a website that has the jobs. Now, their website isn't all that great, so I have to track the numbers. So I have an Excel spreadsheet. Automatically, I populate the jobs I have so I know what free times I have. Makes it easier for me to check their schedule and see which jobs I can apply for. And then I've automated it to the point where all I got to do is look at the job, look at the time, and I just click apply, and I cut and paste my script that I have for the application. It's not a resume because they already have my resume on file. It's like I have to say, like, am I available? I can do this job. I can commit and blah, blah, blah. It's just a short script. But a lot of the managers already know me and they reach out to me personally anyways. That's another thing I have. Is I've got them all trained on how to reply to me personally, to reach out and ask me if I'm available for certain jobs. One of the tricks that you can use to benefit yourself and take advantage of the system is you got to remember, if you're working for a recruiter, their job is to sell. They have a quota. And if you can keep the contract, if let's say the contract is 8 hours a month, 2 hours a week, if you can do that 2 hours a week, even if there's a holiday, right? You're generating money for them. It makes them happy, which means that you're reliable, which means they will call you when they have another job. Before calling anyone else or posting it online, they'll call you. I just got a job straight out of the blue. They called me up, Sam, do you have free time over the next, so starting Monday to Friday, do you have 5 days to spend 2 hours a day to voiceovers? I said, absolutely. 2 hours a day? And they're going to pay me an insane amount of money to do this. It's only going to take me 4 hours to complete the work. And I'm going to get paid a lot of money to do this. How did I get it? Because I had built that relationship. The recruiter wants to make money. How do they make money? By selling contracts, by filling the contract. If I take a day off, or if the customer takes a day off, they lose money. It's not my fault. It's not his fault. If I'm sick, or if the customer has a business meeting or whatever, but if I make it up, they're happy. Especially if I note it in the notes and say, listen, customer canceled, but I did a makeup class. They love that the fact that you keep the contract 100%. So you do that. You take advantage of the system. You get the recruiter into your pocket, wanting to work with you because they know that you're reliable and responsible and will make them money. Okay, so these are the things that you can do to automate your life and to take advantage of the system. The final thing I'm going to say is, this is for predominantly F visas, or people with long-term visas, or people who are allowed to work online, etc., corporate teaching, adult teaching. The other thing is for those of you who teach at Hagwons or things like that, is, again, this is for F visa holders. E2s, you may not be able to do it. You might if you get permission. Okay, so for example, you work at a kindergarten Hagwon that ends at like 4 or 5 or 6. You could take a night job, right? That's the problem in this area. It's like when the sun sets in this area here, there's lots of flies and bugs, and I don't know why they are here. I guess it's cool. Anyway, there's so many flowers here. That's why, I think, also as well. Anyway, if you can get a part-time night job that starts at like 5 or 6 till like 10, what else are you going to do? You know, even part-time, like 3 days a week, you can negotiate that because there's a desperate need for teachers right now. And if you're qualified and you have a good reputation, and here's the other thing that people don't realize, is parents talk. They talk online in Neighbor Mom's Cafe. If you can get access to Neighbor's Mom's Cafe and see what people are talking about you, you can see if you have a good reputation or not. I've checked mine, and I've seen the good reputation that I have. That's why I get the jobs I got. Well, not today, but in the past, I got jobs based on my reputation. Okay, so these are the tricks and tips that you can do to earn more money while you're here. If you're here just, to focus for the 1 year that you're here, the 2 years that you're here, and you want to make money, sacrifice the 2 years. Yeah, you can party on Saturday night. One thing I've learned, being 53 years old, working in the club business for the last 35 years, there's always another party. Always. There's always another party next week. You can miss one. It's hard. It's hard, trust me. But there's always another party. You're only young once, which is true, But if you can earn the money right now when you're really earning that money, why not go for it? So, work that extra hard 3 days a week. Can you imagine if you earning an extra million won, $1,000 a month? Okay, that's just free money that you can put into a savings account. How much could $12,000 help you in your debt? Okay, how about you work 5 days a week? How much could $25,000 help you in a year? Okay, so think about that when you're thinking about working. Okay, weekends are there to enjoy. Weekdays, what are you going to do? Especially with COVID these days. That's what I did for the last 2 years. Look at some of my old videos and see the fact that I worked 10 hours a day and I made a killing in the salary part of it. But again, just focus on what it is that you can do to increase your waking hours, how you can monetize your waking hours, and how you can work smarter, not harder. Itaewon Sammy, King of Gangnam Sammy, Sri Lanka Sammy. I'm thanking everybody who's watching, liking, subscribing, and enjoying my videos. Really appreciate it. Please stay safe. Please stay happy and healthy. I'm out.